since I had a late video, actually I think a couple late videos this week, um, with my training series and everything like that, I thought I'd go ahead and upload an extra video for you guys this weekend, just to kind of make up for that. So I wanted to redo a video I did probably around this time last year that kind of got lost somehow. I think that it got deleted or something when I was trying to download it, everything. Anyway, it's a video about binding. So I'm 10 months on T, and I've been binding since April of my senior year of high school. So April of 28, so last April basically. And the first binder that I got is the one that I'm wearing right now. It's an Underworks binder. It's a tri-top. So it's the one that I think they still call it the tri-top. I don't remember. They renamed some of their products since I purchased them. So it's the one that it goes down to like right here, and then it just stops. Like there's nothing left. Like there's nothing here. This binder is, since the oldest, it's the loosest, and this is the one that I use. Like if I'm gonna go swimming, I'll wear this one and that type of stuff. And also just to like sit around. When I'm just like in my room or in the house or whatever. Usually day to day I wear, it used to be called the 988, and now it's called like the cotton concealer chest binder or something. It basically is the same exact thing as the tri-top. It looks like this, but it extends, like it's, this part's like spandexy cotton, so it's like, it's kind of stretchy, but it's not really constricting, and the inside part is like the actual binder that only goes down to here, and the tank top goes all the way down. So like the actual binder is like, oh my gosh, actual binder is like actual binder, whatever binder material is. So I think the Underworks binders work really well. I can't get this thing right side down again. I personally haven't used any other ones. For me, I was kind of worried about how they would work, because I do have a fairly large chest. I know that before I started testosterone, let me put it this way, the last like actual bra that I bought was a size 32 double D, so really awkward size, but I think my ribs are wider now, so it wouldn't be necessarily a 32, but I think it runs pretty flat. See the side. I don't know. I usually day to day wear button-up shirts because I feel like they're easier. They're easier to bind in because they kind of hide the lines and everything like that. And then also about this tri-top binder, the reason that I got this one was because it already has this layer over it. Because layers hide the lines from your binder. So like, I don't know, this shirt does a pretty good job, but usually if I wear this binder, you can see this line in my shirts right down here. So wearing like an undershirt or two, just having multiple layers makes the lines go away, and it really just makes it just doesn't make my chest look as big, because again I do have a really big chest. So I guess starting off binding 101, if you've not any other binding videos so far, you should know, don't use any type of tape, and don't use an ace bandage. Ace bandages are designed to constrict if there's movement, so while you're moving around and your back is moving and stuff like that, it's constricting on your ribs, and people have cracked and bruised ribs doing that. So you really want to, if you're going to be binding, you want to get a binder that is actually meant for that, so that way you're not going to end up hurting yourself or anything like that. Also, most people would say not to sleep in them, or to like go to the gym and that type of stuff. I actually do bind in the gym. I feel bad about it saying that, because I really wouldn't recommend that people do it, but for me, just the size of my chest, and how disorganized I am in the gym, I feel like I need to. So what I do is I don't wear a super tight binder when I'm in the gym, and I also bind when I bind when I sleep, but only when I'm at school, because I have a roommate. So when I'm sleeping like by myself, I just like sleep with like no shirt on. But when I'm sleeping in a room where there's other people there, then I do bind, and I have a binder that's a whole like size larger specifically for that. So it's not actually binding; it's just like keeping everything from moving around. But this is the binder that I was showing before. This is the concealer medium, and this is the tri-top is a medium. I don't remember if they were just as tight when I first got them, because I got them like not a year apart, but probably like 6 or 8 months apart. So this one's a lot looser, especially because I've been swimming in it too, the one that I'm wearing. So this one is the one that I wear like all day, like when I'm out around, like on campus, or this is just like my everyday binder because it binds the best and gets me the flattest, I feel like. And then this binder right here that I'm wearing is the one that I usually wear to the gym, and it's looser than that one, so it's not as constricting, and it doesn't feel like your binding isn't. You get used to it and it gets more comfortable. Like, it's definitely not as uncomfortable as when I started binding, and I think part of that has also been me getting in better shape and my body fat redistributing and stuff like that. But it's they're tight because they're supposed to be concealing and kind of hold everything together, but it shouldn't be so tight that it's inhibiting your breathing. So I would never wear anything super tight around my rib cage or anything like that to the gym, because I have to be able to breathe, especially with doing powerlifting and stuff like that. Breathing is very, very important, and it's really important to your spinal health and everything like that. I would say that if your dysphoria is manageable enough that you don't need to wear binding in the gym, then I would definitely say really try not to. But if it is, then make sure that you're being safe. Maybe try wearing a bigger size or a way looser one. I've seen where people have like cut the sides so they weren't as tight and stuff like that. So yeah, so this is the one that I pretty much gym in and everything like that. As far as sizing goes, I would say go by this. Definitely use the measuring system that Underworks provides. I'll put a link in the description. I think their website now is the number 2 mbinders.com. It used to be something else, I don't remember, but they have a measuring system. I would say definitely use that if you're going to order from them. It's very true to size. For me, I wear, again, having trained as much as I do and being 10 months on testosterone, I wear a size medium in both the tri-top and the concealer, cotton chest concealer, whatever that one is, and yeah, and I'm like the double D cup. I don't know what my rib cage measurement is right now, but when I first started binding, this was the first binder that I bought, and it binded really well, I thought. I'll try to see if I can find a picture. I have a picture of a profile of me the first day that I was binding, and then I was preteen and hadn't really started training yet. So then I was still wearing, it was before my back was wider, or before my shoulders were wider too, but I was a 32 double D and wore a medium. So, yeah. Also, again, with the tightness of the binder, I just can't stress enough, like, just because you can fit into a small, if it's super tight, that doesn't mean you should be wearing that size, or whatever size it is. Wear a size that, I would say wear the biggest size that's tight enough to bind everything down, because that's going to be the easiest for you to breathe, and you're going to be the most comfortable overall, because these things are hot, man, like, especially wearing them in the summer and stuff, and like wearing this during the summer, and like especially when I was at work. I worked at an amusement park, and sometimes I'd be in this popcorn car, and popcorn pops at like 400 and something degrees. Literally 400 and something degrees is where the popcorn pops. I'm wearing this binder, hat on the t-shirt, my uniform shirt. It's just a lot to wear, so it's, I would say, you want as much space in there to be able to breathe and move around as you can. And then also, I think for me, one of the changes people mention on T is like acne and stuff like that, and how you'll get it on your shoulders and your back and stuff like that. I've noticed that on my binder, especially when I'm wearing the tighter one a lot, it's like the areas under my binder have the most acne because it traps the sweat. So wearing a bigger one and making sure you're taking breaks from binding and only staying in your binder for a certain number of hours every day really helps. That's why I really like that I saved up to get another binder that was a bigger size, so that way I could still be binding when I was in my dorm or whatever, and just like put on a larger binder and like a hoodie or something, and then still not have everything concealed so that it's causing like acne and you're not breathing right. placement. And then for me, that just doesn't work because I'm a double D cup, so it was just like. So what I do is I pretty much I'll go and I will pull down and to the side. So it's not like it's on the side of my rib over here, but like there's not even there's not even anything on my lat right here, but I pull kind of sideways and down, and like if they touch in the middle, that's fine. I've noticed that being on testosterone has like helped a lot because I've gotten broader, so there's like more space for everything to go. So I feel like that's why I bind a lot flatter now. I definitely do. There's a noticeable difference in how much more flat that I bind now as opposed to pre-T, and I think that's 100% from just me being broader and just because I'm broader, my back is broader, it's spreading everything out. There's more space for me to physically put everything. But yeah, I pretty much just do this. So like I'll grab here and move to the side like that, and then the other one as well. Yeah, this is my good side. So like right here, there's like no, I mean there's fat on my chest because that's like my regular chest fat here, but it's not like all of the like quote unquote boob is like down here, and then all of this is pretty much just pec at this point. But before I would have a really hard time getting that all separated, and then there is like some separation here, but not a lot. And I feel like having it like this really really gives that like illusion of a more male chest. Like, alright, so that's all the main points I have on binding right now. If you have any questions, hit me in the comments. I'll probably put a link to my Tumblr, to my transition page, so you can send me any asks if you want to ask any anonymous questions or anything like that. So like I always say,